Hi, welcome back to my channel, Scale Model Kit Review Studio, and welcome back to another installment of the DeAgostini Collectibles Build the Ford GT. I am currently working on pack number 20. Now, if you haven't done so already, head over to DeAgostini Collectibles and subscribe to this today. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review Studio, and welcome back to another installment of the DeAgostini Collectibles Build Your Own Ford GT. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, as a very low percentage of you who view my videos actually subscribe to my channel. Subscribing to my channel is free, and it really helps my channel out. It helps get the word out there. It helps with the algorithms. Also, hitting that like button or smashing that like button, if you would, please do that now. It really helps me out. So let's go ahead and get on with this. And I am currently working on pack number 20. And we're looking at stages 93, 94, 95, 96, and 97. We got a lot to do here. We're getting close to the finish line with this, and it's a fantastic build so far. Let's go ahead and look at the parts that came with this pack. Stage 93, we have the auxiliary lenses and LED lights. Stage 94, once again, auxiliary lens and LED lights. Stage 95, the center of the body. Look at that. Beautiful. Stage 96, the front windshield. And stage 97, windshield wiper and fueling doors. Let's get started. In order for me to complete this pack, I'll have to retrieve a few of the parts that I've already completed in previous stages. We're going to need this one right here, which we haven't worked on this in a long time. It's the front of the nose section, the hood area. And I went ahead and I took off the access door for the spare tire. I'm going to put that off away for safekeeping because we don't need it right now, but we definitely need this part. Next, we need the lower front end, and that's what we pretty much assembled in the last pack. So there you go. Let's look at the build instructions. Front left LED light and auxiliary lamp lens. So that's the parts right there. And we're going to go ahead and install the LEDs first on the front of the lower clip. Route the wires the way they need to be routed. Then install the auxiliary lens cover, and it has to be installed a certain way. And that's what it should look like. Let me get the parts and I will be right back. Here's the parts for 93. Let's get a closer look. And here's those parts. The lens itself is protected. I'll take that out right before I go to install it. And then the LEDs, we have two of them. One for the auxiliary light and one for the headlight. Here's the LED, and you'll note that there's two lights. So the light that's on the longer wire, that goes on the auxiliary light, which is right down here below, and this will come out on top and feed into the headlight. So we'll go ahead and insert that in through the hole here, all the way, and feed this LED into the front here. Okay, so we'll take the LED, we'll feed it into the hole here and press fit in, and then the other LED is for the headlight. Using the Tulip Slick. It's a really thick acrylic paint for light blocking. and that will help keep it secured also. There you go. There's the LEDs in the left auxiliary light. Now go ahead and install the lens. Okay, so the lens goes in from the bottom first, and you want to make sure that it lines up with the tabs that are there. There we go. And it snapped in good. That's how that looks. That completes stage 93. Let's head over and do stage 94. Let's look at the instructions for 94. This time I work on the right LED auxiliary lamp and lens. Listing the parts, we get some screws this time. Same thing as before. Put that lens in. Let me get the parts. I'll be right back. Here's the parts for 94. Let's get a closer look. FD01 screws. Once again, the auxiliary lens and LEDs. Again, we have our LEDs here. The longer wire goes into the auxiliary lens, and then the shorter one here will go up into the headlight. Okay, you can see it's in. And just as before, I'll go ahead and light block that with my tulip slit. Now we'll go ahead and put our lens cover on. Make sure it lines up with the holes, the notches that are on the side there. And there you go. It's in. That looks great. That completes stage 94. Let's head over and do stage 95. Let's look at the build instructions for 95. For 95, we'll install the front LED lights. And we receive the central section of the main car body, which we won't do anything with in this stage. We're going to be doing that in the next stage. We're going to be using it. But anyway, we're going to mate the upper and lower parts of the front end of the car and hook up the LED lights. So when installing the screws on those two parts, we're going to be using FD01 screws. We're going to follow the steps here. We're going to put in screws in the front, in the back, on the right, and on the left. And that's what it should look like. Let me go ahead and get the parts, and I'll be right back. And here it is. Still protected in the blister pack here. Let me go ahead and take this out and we'll get a closer look. And here it is. Very impressive. Of course, I do love the golf colors, the baby blue with the orange, black stripes. Fantastic. Great finish. Back in there. Very nice. Fantastic. Turn it over. Give you that view. Very nice. Okay, so before I begin, I want to make sure my wires are routed correctly through the sides here, through those holes on each side. Right there and right there, and they are. They're pulled through all the way. We're going to go ahead and move this over here, and I'm going to hook up my LED. And this LED will go into the headlight. just like that. Go to the other side. Same thing. Hook that in. Now we'll go ahead and mate the front end down. Line it up with the holes that are on the body here. Okay, everything's lined up now. We're going to put the screws in the front first, and you can see how everything's lined up here. Okay. FD01 screws. I put some 3-in-1 oil on it. And the next one. Nice and tight. That's good there. Now we're going to put in the screws in the back next. Next we'll go ahead and put screws in on the back side, and we're going to put screws in on this right here. Same on the other side. This one right here will not get a screw just yet. Looks good there. And the other side. I'm still using 3-in-1 oil. Gets everything to line up. Perfect. Now we'll move over and we'll put in 2 more screws up front here. One here and one on the other side there. This time we'll get them both started. And the other one, get it started. Then we can tighten it down. That's good there. Do the other side. Once again, get them both started. And last one started. Go ahead and tighten it down. 3-in-1 oil was used on this. That's good. So a total of 8 FD01 screws were used. Okay. And these 2 didn't get screws just yet. And just a quick inspection, you can see the LED inside the headlight housing and inside the auxiliary light housing. Same with the other side. And stage 95 is complete. You can see everything went down just fine. All the way around. Looks great. It's impressive. And how that looks there. And on top. Fantastic. So, let's head over and do stage 96. That was a lot of fun. I really like building up the headlights and putting the body panels together and such, and I look forward to more of that in these next few packs. Anyway, let's look at the build instructions for 96. 96, we get the windshield, and I think we're going to install it. Get our central section of the body, put in our windshield, install it from the bottom, and working our way up the sides as it snaps in place. And snap it in on top. Lastly, that's what it'll look like. Let me get the parts and I'll be right back. And here's the parts for 96. Let's get a closer look. And just to give you an idea what it looks like inside the blister pack there. Very nice. And here's the windshield. Very nice. No scuffs whatsoever. Very, very clear. Very nice. Alright, here's our central body. They want us to insert it into the slots on the bottom first, then the sides, lastly, then the top. So we'll insert it on the bottom here first, both sides, then the sides, and lastly the top. And that fits very nice. Very impressive. Just to give you a closer view of the windshield. Very nice how it lays down all the way around. And you can see how all the tabs are inserted. Looks good. There you go. That completes stage 96. Fantastic, and it's a real beauty. Let's head over and do the final stage for pack 20, stage 97. I am very excited to have gotten this far in this build, and this car is looking fantastic. Let's look at the build instructions for 97. 97, windshield wipers and fuel tank cap. Here's all the parts. We're going to have some extra parts. We're not assembling everything here. Install the windshield wiper blade first. Put a screw on the back side. And work on the fuel tank cap. We'll install that on the front of the right side of the car body. Put a screw in on that on the back side. We'll put on the other fueler port. Put a screw on the back side. And you'll see there the list of the remaining parts. We're going to put those aside, especially the screws. You always want to save your screws. Let me get the parts, so I'll be right back. 97 gives us a blister pack with all the parts. Let's get a closer look. FD01, FP01, and FP02 screws. Windshield wiper blade, and that's plastic. Our fueling ports and door. Hood reinforcements. Rear view mirror, and it does have the mirror in it. Very cool. And our door seals. Windshield wiper blade goes in first. It does have a flat, so it only goes in one way. Just like that. FP02 goes in it. It's good there. That's how that looks. Now we'll work on our fuel door. Work on the fuel door next. We need to insert this into the slots there. Very carefully. There we go. It's ready to go. Now we'll install this on the car. And it's going to mount on the right side on the front there. And it is keyed, so it only goes in one way. Just like that. FP01 screw goes on the back. Good there. That's what that looks like. Of course, the door opens and closes. Very cool. Now we'll put on the other door on the other side. Here's the other door, and it's going to key in also, only goes in one way. Again, FP01 on the other side. Looks good. And that's all we do with stage 97. And that's all we installed was the windshield wiper mechanism, the fuel doors, and that is it. We'll save our hood reinforcements, the door seals, rear view mirror, and screws for upcoming stages. And that completes pack 20. I had a blast building this pack. We did a lot here. Installed the LEDs, the windshield, and such. It looks fantastic. If you'd like to get this for yourself, head over to DeAgostini Collectibles and subscribe to it today. I put a direct link in the description below. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. Happy modeling, everybody, and take care.